Well, yesterday the Australian markets closed 1 point higher. There was a fair bit of activity in late trade yesterday, and that was after some commentary from the Reserve Bank governor made markets lift their expectations of an interest rate cut of 25 basis points by the RBA when they meet next week. Now there's around a 90% chance of an interest rate cut coming through in the month. Now what we saw in the European markets was markets closing stronger, even with some more negative news coming through from Barclays. They have come out and said that they are going to be doing a capital raising at a discount to their current shares, and the shares were off around 6% in UK trade. And also BP coming out and saying their quarterly result was lower than expected. And it does look like they're going to have to put their hand in yet again for more funds to pay out from the US Gulf of Mexico spill back in 2010, because they were already running out of money in the cash they'd set aside. Looking at JP Morgan in the US, they've come out and said they will agree to pay some charges for one of the settlements for the US energy regulators, saying they manipulated the oil markets a few years ago. And then we had a fair bit of caution creeping into the US markets. Day one of the two-day meeting from the Federal Reserve, their central bank. Tomorrow we'll be waiting to see if they do make any changes to their interest rate position or their current bond buying program, their quantitative easing programs. Having a look at what else was really moving the markets overnight, there was a big announcement in the potash industry. Now that's the fertiliser industry, which is also used in explosives and other manufacturing goods and also waste products. What we had was what used to be a Belarusian cartel, which was broken up overnight when we had Uralkali coming out and saying that they'd moved away from their current ties with other partners. Now what this could do is see the price for potash falling by as much as 25% in the next month. It's currently holding around $400 a tonne, and there's expectations that this 30 million tonne industry worldwide could see a dramatic fall in pricing, and then we could see more use of this product coming onto the market. What we saw overnight was some of the larger players in the US, with Mosaic down around 18%, and also the Canadian-based Potash Corporation down around 18% as well. So watch out for BHP and Incitec Pivot on our market today. Looking at other factors in the market, we did see that home prices from the Case-Shiller Index rose by 12.2% in the month of May, and also Pfizer and Merck coming in with okay numbers for their quarterly results. By the end of trade, we did have the Dow losing a little bit of ground, down by 1 point, but the Nasdaq was up by 17 points. The gold price at the moment holding around 1,325 US an ounce, and the oil price continuing to slide, now just above $103 a barrel. Looking at the Australian market today, well, we are set for a 14-point gain at the start of trade. On our calendar today, we do have a fair bit of information to watch out for. Watch out for Origin coming out with their fourth quarter results, and also Paladin with their June quarterly result, and the RBA releasing their financial aggregate numbers for the month of June. Lastly, having a look at the Australian dollar, it lost a lot of ground yesterday. At the moment, still holding around that 90.60 US cent mark.